So definitely interesting story and backstory. So I am born and raised in South Florida. So I've been a Miami Dolphins fan my whole life. My father and my grandfather were season ticket holders for a long time. So grew up in a diehard Miami Dolphins fan and family. When I graduated college, I quickly realized that I had spent 4 years working towards a degree in psychology that I ended up realizing was kind of going to be a dead end for me. And I didn't want to end up going into that business or industry. And I kind of found myself at a crossroads in my life of graduating school and not sure of what to do next. So I fell back on, what I know a lot about and what I'm passionate about, which is the NFL, sports, and specifically the Miami Dolphins. I had no journalism experience. I didn't go to school to become a journalist. I was an okay writer. I would say decent at best. But I didn't really have any in whatsoever. So my parents used to have this mantra of, you can set your mind to anything and accomplish anything. And I think a lot of parents say that to their kids. And, once you hear it over and over and over and over for 15, 16, 17 years, you kind of get tired of it because you don't really believe it. There's only so many times that you and that age put effort and work into something and really achieve it, especially something that seems so daunting, like becoming a media member for the Miami Dolphins. So, I took to heart that idea and wanted to accomplish this. So first thing I did was I emailed over 100 different websites that feature Miami Dolphins, which I know sounds crazy because there's even 100 websites, but there's so many small ancillary sites on the internet that write articles about sports that you can really get an in if someone just gives you a chance. So I was offering to do free work just to prove my worth. And I got a couple opportunities and ended up getting signed, I guess you could say, by Fansided, which was a Sports Illustrated affiliate, still a website to this day. This was in 2013. I did some media for them for the UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, but my real goal was to get the media for the Dolphins. So when I asked my editor if he can get me credentials for the Dolphins, he said, "Oh, we don't do that. You have to do it yourself." And he told me basically just to find their information online and call them and see if they'll give you, media credentials based on working at Fansided, this Sports Illustrated affiliate. So I called every single day for 2 months straight before training camp, which is basically in the end of July. And I called them every single day, trying to get ahead of Jason Jenkins, who was the media director for the Miami Dolphins and still is to this day, which is pretty cool. And every day I would get the secretary and every day she would say, "Oh, Jason's in a meeting and Jason's at lunch and Jason's too busy and Jason can't talk now." And I got every objection in the book, but I just never stopped calling. My mindset, I think at the time, and it's a lot easier to say in retrospect, but I think at the time my mindset was, what do I have to lose by calling? I'm willing to hear no more times than they're probably willing to say it. So they would tell me no and no and no and no. And finally, after 60 or so days of doing it, about 2 months in, I finally got the front desk lady to patch me through to Jason. And I remember it very clearly. She was saying, "Hey, Alex, Jason's actually available. I'm going to patch you through to him right now." And they have this kind of like elevator music. That's the hold music before you get the answer from Jason. And I remember thinking at that point, like, wow, I've been working towards this opportunity for 2 months. And I have no idea what I'm about to say.
I would probably have a panic attack at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. So I'm hearing the do. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? And Jason picks up the phone. And I was probably more loquacious than I give myself credit for. But I remember it being something along the lines of, "Hi, Jason, thank you. Dolphins fan, media member, Fansided. Can I come?" Something broken English sentence, something like that. And it was pretty simple what he said. "Hey, got you marked down. I'll see you at training camp next week." Click.